Welcome back, everyone, to TV5 News at 9. We have Legally Speaking with attorney Carol Thomas, who's joining me right now. It's always a pleasure to have you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Blake?
Doing well.
Good.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some important stuff. Carol, as an elder law attorney, what are the basic estate planning documents recommended as we get older?
The first thing that comes to mind would be wills or trusts, because that's the document that what happens when I die, how does my home, my assets, how do they get to my loved ones? So a will is appropriate for a younger person because if they have minor children, but a will only works after you die. So as people get older, I highly recommend a trust, because with a trust it works with you while you're living and it can help us protect assets. The other important documents are the medical powers of attorney and then the financial powers of attorney.
Very good. Can you tell us a little bit more the importance of a financial power of attorney?
Yes, I actually think that is the most important document. A financial power of attorney, Blake, often is called a durable power of attorney, and it's where someone in the document states who will pay my bills, who will handle my finances if I'm unable to do so myself. It's also a very important document if someone needs long-term care. We need very specific language in the financial power of attorney letting us do the transfers that are necessary to protect everything. So I can't emphasize enough getting the right drafted financial power of attorney.
And you might have alluded to it, but if someone doesn't have a financial power of attorney, what does that mean?
It's a nightmare,
Yeah.
and it makes me heartbroken for the families, because if someone doesn't have a financial power of attorney and then they become incapacitated, suddenly a stroke or some other medical crisis, we're forced to go to court. And it's so much harder on the family. If mom or dad or spouse has a financial power of attorney, the person can act, but if they don't have it, now they have to hire a lawyer, go to court, and it's just much more cumbersome, expensive, and it's just draining.
I was going to say stressful. It sounds so stressful.
Very stressful.
So you mentioned another type of power of attorney. What is that?
The other power of attorney is the medical power of attorney. And often people think they're the same, financial and medical, and they're actually totally separate. So you've got the financial to handle finances. Medical, it's who's going to make my medical decisions if I cannot do so myself. And you know, Blake, a lot of people think that Michigan has living wills. 47 states have living wills, but Michigan does not have living wills. But I love our medical power of attorney. You name who will make the decision for me if I'm unable to communicate with the doctor. And doesn't it make sense that everyone should have that? And you know, they're free at every hospital. So there's really no reason for someone to say, oh, I don't want to spend the money on it. Everyone should have it. You need to do it for your loved ones.
So what happens if someone doesn't have one?
Back to court. Back to court.
Circle
if
around.
you don't have the medical power of attorney and the person's incapacitated, then we have to go to court and set up a guardianship. And a guardianship is where then someone is named to make the medical decisions, living decisions for someone else. But again, can you see just that's so much harder for the families? People would take care of things so that their loved ones don't have to hire lawyers, go to court, and spend all the money that is necessary at that point.
Very good, yeah. Thanks for going over all of this. Is there anything else that you want us to know right now today?
Well, I just really want to emphasize the importance of getting this done. And I actually like to tell the story of a tale of two clients, kind of like a tale of two cities. But recently, Blake, I had a wife that came in the morning. She had the appropriate documents. Her husband had had a stroke. He's in a nursing home. We were ready to get going, save their money, we're all set. The other wife came in the afternoon, never had anything set up, said, I never thought we needed this. Now we're having to go to court, and it's just such a much harder process. So it's something that we know we're all going to need documents someday for something. At least get it done ahead of time.
And this is your sign to do it.
Yes.
Perfect. Attorney Thomas, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Blake.
You're very welcome. And if you at home want more information on this topic, make sure you go to our hot links section that's on our website at WNEM.com.